Friends, this is the second part of law of segregation. In the first part, I have explained the theory of law of segregation. If you didn't watch it, please watch that video first. You can get the link from the description and then try to answer these questions. Let's get started. Now let us check some previously asked NEET and CSIR net questions. The first question, how many different kinds of gametes will be produced by a plant having the genotype homozygous A, heterozygous B, homozygous C? We have a formula to work out this question, that is 2 raised to n, and 2 raised to n can be used for calculating the number of different kinds of gametes. And here the n stands for the number of heterozygous pairs. Coming to the given question, the given genotype is capital A, heterozygous B, homozygous C. We have to check how many different kinds of gametes can be produced from this genotype. We can simply use this equation 2 raised to n, and n is the number of heterozygous pairs. So what will be the value of 2n here? In the given question, the value of n is equal to 1 because we have only one heterozygous pair, remaining 2 are homozygous pair. So this value here 2 raised to 1, the value will be 2. Then how many different kinds of gametes can be produced? We can get only 2 different kinds of gametes from this genotype. Then which will be those 2 different kinds of gametes? We can check. These are 3 pairs of factors, or these are 3 pairs of alleles. Each pair undergoes segregation. So from the first pair, we have 2 capital A, one capital A can come to one gamete and another will be moving to another gamete. Now we can take capital B, small b. From this pair, capital B moves to one gamete and small b moves to the another gamete. Now we are having one more pair, capital C, capital C. From here also one capital C comes to this gamete, and the another capital C comes to the another gamete. And so that we will be getting 2 different types of gametes. These are the only 2 types of gametes possible from this genotype. So the correct answer will be 2. Answer is 2. Suppose if the question is like this, capital A, capital B, capital C, capital C. Then how many different types of gametes can be produced from this if all these are homozygous? Here also we can use the same equation 2 raised to n. What will be the value of n here? N is the number of heterozygous pairs, but there is no heterozygous pair, so value of n is equal to 0. If you are applying this value 2 raised to 0, the value will be 1. Then how many gametes can be produced? Only one type of gamete will be produced. During gametogenesis, A comes to this gamete and another A goes to this gamete, and second B also move to each gamete, C also move to each gamete. If you observe these 2 gametes, both gametes will be same. Means we are getting only one kind of gamete, capital A, capital B, capital C. So the answer will be 1 if all these pairs are homozygous. Then the number of n will be 0. In this way you can work out all the questions. If you take another question, capital A, small a, capital B, small b, how many different types of gametes can be produced from this genotype? Here 2n, the n value will be 2 because we have 2 heterozygous pairs. So applying this value 2 raised to 2, that will be 4. What are the 4 different types of gametes we will get? We will get 4 different types of gametes from this genotype. They will be capital A, capital B, this capital A, capital B, another combination capital A can also segregate with small b. If you take small a can make a gamete with capital B, last will be small b. So these are the 4 different types of gametes from this genotype, because here we have 2 heterozygous pairs. In this way you can work out these kinds of questions. Now we have a CSIR 2019 June question. The question is, assuming that capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D genes are not linked, the probability of a progeny being capital A, small a, capital B, homozygous, small c, heterozygous D. From a cross between homozygous A, heterozygous B, homozygous C, heterozygous D, and homozygous A, homozygous capital B, homozygous small c, and homozygous capital D, parents will be. In this question, we have to calculate the probability of progeny being this genotype from the given parents. We can just make the cross here. So the given parents genotype, these are the parents. These two are the parents. We can just write their genotype capital A, heterozygous P. These are the parents. From these parents, we have to calculate the probability of a progeny being this genotype. Okay, we will write that genotype of progeny here. Capital A, small a. Now we have to check the probability of forming this progeny from these two parents. How can we calculate the probability of this genotype? It is very simple. We can just split this cross into monohybrid cross. First, we will take these two pairs, capital A, crossing small a, small a. From this cross, we have to get this capital A, small a. So what is the probability of producing heterozygous genotype from this homozygous A and homozygous small a? We can calculate the progeny. So this will be forming capital A, this will form small a. When they combine, we will get capital A, small a. Means 100% progenies will be heterozygous. Means we have the probability 1. So 100% means we will write 1 here into. Next, now we have to find the probability of homozygous capital B from heterozygous B and homozygous capital B. Again, we will do the same monohybrid cross. So we can take these two, capital B, we are going to take this heterozygous and homozygous, capital B, small b, crossing capital B. Now we have to check the probability of formation of this genotype in the progeny. We have to check this capital B from this. Parent will be producing two different types of gamete, capital B, small b. This will form only one type of gamete, capital B. So they combine together, we can get homozygous. This will produce heterozygous. But we have to get this homozygous capital. This is our genotype given in the question. Then what is the probability of producing this homozygous capital B from these two parents? It will be 1/2 because we are also having a 1/2 chance for heterozygous. So here we have to write 1/2 and we have to next multiply with the probability of homozygous small c. Again we will check homozygous small c from this combination. So we have homozygous small c in the parents. Again we will check small c, homozygous small c. No doubt here also we will get 100% small c. 100% small c means we will just consider 1. We can write 1 here. Finally we have to multiply with the probability of heterozygous capital D. So we have to check the formation of heterozygous capital D from these two parents. The parents are capital D, small d, crossing capital D. This parent form capital D, this will form small d, this is able to form only capital D. Then the probability of producing homozygous capital D and heterozygous will be 1/2 because we can get these two progenies in 1:1 ratio, means 1/2 and 1/2. Finally we will write 1/2 here and we have to multiply all these. If you multiply all these value 1 into 1/2 into 1 into 1/2, the answer will be 1/4. So the answer is 1/4 for this question. So this is very simple. We will just take each pairs and we will separately cross and we will find out the probability for each pairs, and in this way we will calculate the total probability of producing this genotype by multiplying all these values. So the correct answer is 1 by 4. Option 3 is correct. I'm uploading these kinds of questions to support a NEET and UGC CSIR NET aspirants. If you like this video, please subscribe and enable the bell icon to get my upcoming videos.